What's up, everybody? King Triple C here, the Olympic champion, flyweight champion, the bantamweight champion of the world. And I got a public service announcement to all you wannabe MMA casuals or MMA fans for that reason. You guys make sure to listen to my boy Story of the Fight with Will and Miro. You know why? Because Triple C said so. And if you don't, you can do me a favor and you can bend the knee to King Triple C 2.
Alright, so with Khabib saying that he has 2 more fights
Yeah.
before he retires, and it's going to be Justin Gaethje. We know it's going to be a fight.
Yeah.
Then after that, I really believe that we're going to see him fight Conor, the rematch.
I hope not.
Taking a, yeah, I really think it will be, just because Conor's going to continue talking that shit and that trash.
Yeah,
right?
but
Khabib's going to want to shut him up one last time and just go out. Who else is he going to fight?
Tony. I still want to see
Man,
him fight
that
Tony.
fight's cursed.
I don't care.
That fight's cursed.
I don't care. Conor has absolutely zero to offer other than talking trash. That's all he has.
Dustin Poirier has that Louisiana voodoo doll on Tony fucking Ferguson, and anytime he's gonna fight Khabib, that little voodoo doll comes out. Something always happens, man. I really don't think we're gonna see that fight. I don't.
I don't
And,
think so either, but I just do not I have zero interest in watching Khabib versus Conor again. Absolutely zero.
Look, and I'm sure there's a lot of people like you that have zero interest in watching that fight, but will you watch it?
I mean, I'll watch it because I'll watch the rest of the card also.
There you go.
But that's
No,
not a
but
good
then
question
this
for
is
me
the
because
thing.
I watch every card.
But okay, so when you take a look at Dana White, also likes money, right? He likes bringing in big pay-per-view numbers.
Yeah.
And if he knows he's going to have 2 more fights out of Khabib, one of them is Justin Gaethje to unify the belts, right? Guaranteed. Then the last one, how much money can you make off Khabib off of his last fight, and who would that be?
Who's
Who would
going
you
to
pin him
net him
up
the most?
against?
Yeah, if you're looking for just for the money, right? It's Conor. But at the same time, who's the next most profitable fight for Khabib? It's Tony. Even if he lost to Khabib or to Gaethje, you have Tony fight Poirier or somebody, get him a win, and have that fight. And also
If he
Khabib
wins.
Habib, he's always said, I'm about legacy. I don't care about money. I'm about legacy. And we've also seen that Dana can't really force Khabib into doing anything that he doesn't want to do. I think Khabib wants that Tony fight specifically because his dad has always been like, the Tony fight is the legacy fight. That's the biggest fight for my son. Now that he's gone, I think Khabib's going to be like, you know what? I'm still honoring father's plan. I fight Gaethje. He's the next in line. And then I'm going to fight Tony. I think even if Tony sits out, Khabib still wants to fight Tony next, even if Tony's last fight is losing to Gaethje, just to honor his dad. And I don't think the
I hear
UFC
you,
can
man,
force him to
and
do anything.
I think about Tony versus Poirier, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a guaranteed win for
No.
Tony. So let's say that they pin him up against a Poirier. He takes another loss, so he's coming off 2 losses in a row. I just don't
Yeah,
see
I don't see it
UFC
happening
making
there.
that fight.
If he fights again and he loses, I don't see it happening. That being said, I still think Tony, yeah, he lost to Gaethje. And there's a ton of things that came into that fight. Obviously, Gaethje's super high level and super talented. I love Gaethje. There's the short notice thing. Completely different opponent that Tony was preparing for. Very hard fight to take on short notice for anybody. And I still think Tony beats everybody else in the division. I really do. Tony, even after that loss, I don't think it's going to change him very much. Like, that dude doesn't give a shit. He's going to fight exactly the same way.
Yeah.
He's fucking violent, dude. And everybody else in that division is hittable. And Tony will fuck you up, dude, and he does not get tired. So I still think he beats anybody in that division. And I still think the most interesting matchup for Khabib is Tony.
Well, when we think about legacy fights, right? What do you think? So something that would kind of build up his legacy a little bit more, and at the same time make the UFC a couple extra bucks. How can they meet in the middle? And what if Masvidal comes back down to 155? What if they're able to coax GSP out of retirement? GSP looked pretty big though in the last fight, so I don't know if he'd be able to
That's
wait for that fight.
those are the two legacy fights for Khabib are Tony or GSP, and that's it in my opinion, because he already beat Conor. Imagine if you can say this. Okay, Khabib has beat Gleison Tibau, Thiago Tavares, Abel Trujillo, Pat Healy, RDA, Horcher, Michael Johnson, Barboza, Iaquinta, Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, Gaethje, and then Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you say the whole list, but you go Michael Johnson, Barboza, Iaquinta, Conor, Poirier, Gaethje, Conor, and they're always going to be like, would have been sick if he fought Tony. That's the only other thing that the only stone that he didn't leave unturned would be Tony in that situation, and that's always going to come up if you talk about his legacy. If he never fights Tony, and he retires after 2 fights, and he doubles up on Conor, there's just no point to double up on Conor. He just ragdolled him. You know what I mean? It's like, I get the money thing, but it's at that point it's only about money, and it's not about legacy, and I don't think Khabib is down for that.
Yeah, I guess I just don't want to be disappointed another time. What is that, 5 times that the fight has fallen through?
Yeah, but in my opinion, I'd be disappointed watching Khabib ragdoll Conor again, which I think is exactly what would happen.
So let's say GSP. That for me, there we go. After this conversation, I'd say GSP, bring him back. Let's see if we can coach him out of retirement, show him the money, right?
That's the only other fight.
I think for somebody that wants to build a legacy, he could still see GSP as somebody that will help him do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, again, I've gone through enough heartbreak already with Ferguson versus Nurmagomedov that I'm literally just over the conversation already.
Yeah, I get it.
Seeing those 2 fight. Would I have liked to see it in the past? Absolutely. I would have loved to see it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times already.
Yeah.
Right? And then this last time where I was just thinking, we're getting so close, this is finally going to happen.
And a fucking pandemic.
And a pandemic. Dude, that's how much the universe doesn't want this fight to happen, where they're like, let's just spread the shit throughout the world and it's not going to go down.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man.
If you want to keep updated with what we're doing, you can follow us at Story of the Fight on Instagram. And if you want to submit anything that you want us to talk about or have any questions about anything, you can email us at storyofthefight@gmail.com.
Also, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And when you do, that little bell pops up right next to it. Click on that as well so you get notified whenever we do anything new, whenever we upload anything new. And also, don't forget to hit that like button. It goes a long way for us, everybody. Thanks a lot for listening to Story of the Fight.